All right, where were we before the program so rudely cut me off? I just want to explain something on number 6. Number 6, the negative square root of 125. Negative square root. So a negative sign can never be inside the radical. It can never be inside the radical. So that means, since it's the negative square root, remember how each perfect square has two roots, a positive and the negative? Well, this one is telling you, give me the negative root. So we want the closest negative root to this number. So we're going to take negative 125, which is definitely closest to negative 121. The square root, the negative root of 121 is negative 11, so the negative square root of 125 is approximately negative 11. Number 7, 68.9. It doesn't matter if it's a decimal. You are rounding. You are determining which whole number is closest to this value inside the radical. And the closest perfect square to 68.9 is 64. So the square root of 64 is less than the square root of 69.8. Then we get 8. The square root of 68.9 is approximately 8. And number 8 is another negative root. The negative root of 87.5. So what is the nearest negative root of 87.5? Well, the nearest negative root is negative square root of 81. That is closest to the negative square root of 87.5. So the negative square root of 87.5 would be approximately negative 9. Now, example 3. Something else you can do to figure out some square roots is plug them into the calculator. You can plug them into the calculator. Now, I don't know what kind of calculator you have, if you have one, but you can always use the Google Scientific Calculator. Google Scientific Calculator. And you will be able to plug in the square root. So, in some way, you are going to select the square root button. Whether it's on Google or on your own personal calculator, you must select the square root button. Then you are going to plug in 636 and hit equals or enter or whatever the number is. So when you plug square root of 636 into the calculator, you get 25.21904044258. Well, that's ridiculous. That's why it says round to the nearest tenth. So we are rounding to the nearest tenth. 1 tells the 2, stay the same. So the approximate root of positive square root of 636 would be approximately 25.2. And you can just use the calculator for that. Again, use your own calculator or Google Scientific Calculator.